Good morning and welcome on this glorious sunny Sunday morning to the 2006 Bonfire Burnup. The weather is absolutely superb here at Collier Street. The track looking in absolutely tip-top condition for what should be a feast of high-speed grass track racing, both in solos, sidecars, and for a real treat we've got some of the best 500 sidecar men in the world racing at Collier Street this afternoon. The top internationals have come over. We've got top international riders. We've got Kelvin Tatum's farewell meeting. The return of Lewis Denham, who's coming into the meeting today, despite having that shoulder injury which he had at the very first meeting here at Collier Street way back in March. It promised to be an absolutely fabulous 2006 Bonfire Burnup. Kevin and Drew have scoured the world to bring in the best of the riders. We've got the European champion, Stephan Katt from Germany, racing here today. And I said the track looks absolutely superb. No mud, no nothing, just sheer quality grass here, and looking forward to a cracking afternoon's racing. With me in the pits, probably the most disappointed man here at Collier Street this morning, Paul Hurry. Paul, you must be desperately disappointed you can't defend your crown this afternoon.
Yeah, obviously last year winning it for the first time, you sort of get everything ready during the winter months to have a good season, and then things go a little bit pear-shaped. So it's been quite a disappointing year, and to come and watch meetings is even harder. So I don't know what I do really.
What's the situation? Are you going to get operations during the winter to get things right, ready for next season, or what exactly is the situation regarding the injury?
No, I had an operation in August, a week after I'd done it. Everything's been sort of rectified and put in place, and you can't move at the moment, it's been screwed there. So it's just a matter of time waiting for it to heal naturally and keeping myself as fit as possible, and then fingers crossed everything should be in order for next year. Obviously,
look, as you said, you've got to rest it through the winter, then everything should be ship-shape for both Speedway and grass track for next year.
Yeah, obviously grass track's a little more demanding, so I will have to sort of watch myself and see how I feel once I've had a few sort of practice goes. But there's not going to be like a big rush to get back like I've done in the past. Obviously I'm getting older and the injury's going to take a little bit longer to come right. So we're just going to take it as it comes and see what happens.
Track looks absolutely superb out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks brilliant, even worse.
Speedway front, new regime at Arena Essex. Where's that going to leave Paul Hurry for next season, or is it too early to say?
Again, I'm just going to wait and see what happens, see how my injury comes along. But at the moment, obviously I'm owned by Oxford, and obviously Peterborough management buying Oxford out. I don't know where I stand at the moment. But obviously there's going to be sort of a team place come along, and as long as I'm fit and raring to go, then I'll grab it with both hands.
I think it's probably the right time for a new regime with Arena. They've been bottom of the league the last 2 years. They really do need a couple of quality riders in there, don't they?
That's it. We've been struggling. They went for a team that's sort of strong all the way through, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But this year we've had quite a bit of bad luck, and trying to wait for Michael Coulson or Michael Max to come back in and sort of be number one was a bit much really, coming back from a broken fine wrist. So they were sort of clutching at straws from the word go. So I think it was a little bit expected.
Latest news, has your dad got the European confirmed for next year yet, or has he not heard?
I don't know, I haven't spoken to him this morning yet, but he's out of bed early, so he must be excited about something.
Thanks, Edward. Look forward to seeing you back in action next year.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Jannick is Jong with me now. Jannick, you've been out for practice. How was the track out there?
Yeah, it's quite slick at the moment, and you can't really get any useful information at this point. So we'll wait and see how the track's becoming, and we'll see what it gets, and start from the first heat, I think, with the setup.
No more practice now for an hour, so obviously the track will dry out. Will you be going back out to have another practice?
Yeah, I think so. Feel the change, and maybe by that way figure out how it's going to be this afternoon, but we'll see.
Is Collier Street a track that you like racing on?
Yeah, it is. Big, smooth, clay, and there are boards around it. And I had a good result here last year on the Floodlit meeting, and I'm feeling confident today. So I'll try my best and see how it ends today.
Do you prefer it now it's back to grass? Because at one time they took the grass away from here. I think most of the riders prefer it now it's back to grass, don't they?
I think it gives you better racing if you've got grass on the track, because if it's slick everywhere, it's not really possible to pass. And well, if you have a bit of grass on the outside, same like dirt on speedway, you'll get better racing.
Is this your final meeting for this season?
Yeah, on the outside season it's my final meeting. I've got 2 indoor meetings this winter, so it's just a bit for fun, seeing all the people again, and then it's good.
Thanks for having with us. Have a successful day today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Wilfred Detz and Nick Radley with me now. Wilfred, is this your first appearance at Collier Street?
Yes, it's the first time here.
Have you been out for practice?
Yeah.
And how did you enjoy the track?
No, it was very slicky, but I hope today it will be better.
Hour for the track to dry out, you'll then practice and probably it'll be a lot less slick.
Yes, I hope so.
Nick, generally you have to go abroad to race these lads. You've got them over here in England and looking forward to it this afternoon.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I really personally hope that the track suits me rather than Denny, because down at Dainbury he was very quick and it suited him, I think. You know, it's more like a Dutch track, a little bit deep, a lot of stones, but yeah.
It's good for the English fans to see these riders over here, because I don't think they appreciate how quick they are in their own country, do they?
No, I mean, let's just hope that, you know, once the green comes off and hopefully racing will get a little bit faster, yeah, you know, and then we'll see.
You happen to take it very gingerly in the first practice.
Yeah, I was trying to pick a nice line, but there's not one at the moment, so like I say, you know, once it dries out, I'm sure it'll be okay.
Good to see Collier Street back with grass, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I haven't ridden it when it was on shale or whatever it was before, but yeah, no, hope it suits me.
Wilfred, Nick is one of our top 500 sidecars. He makes you race very hard back in your own country.
A little bit. I hope that I can beat him again today. And it's yeah.
You had a very successful meeting at Dainbury a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. It was a beautiful day for us and the whole team.
You enjoyed the track despite the stones?
Yeah.
And you like the shape of the track with a dip in the middle. That was to your liking.
Yeah.
Whereas this is very flat and very smooth.
Yeah, but the track it's the same to Hollands. So I hope we can race a good day.
Is it quick out there? Very quick track?
Yeah. Later on the day, I think it's a fast track. Yeah.
Any secret plans to beat him today, Nick? Just try and get out of the start, really. You know, I think that, you know, us English boys have done really well, you know, and sort of upped the game a little bit, you know. So yeah, it's really now sort of down to gating, I think. You know, yeah, there's still a little bit of passing going on, but you know, just hope that we can get out of the gate. Doesn't help really that we've like in race 1 and 2, so it's going to be very green on the start line. You might see me get off and try and push the bike, I think.
Last meeting of the season?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I don't really mind actually, because I don't like the cold weather. I get white hands, so yeah.
Overall, you must be very pleased the way things have gone.
Yeah, we've had a really good season, you know, and help from my mechanics and sponsors and that. Really, yeah, I've had a good season.
Your last meeting, Wilfred, today?
Yes.
No indoor racing?
Yeah, of course. One in Exlo, 28th December.
Do you like the indoor racing?
I don't know. It's the first time for us. Yes.
So obviously something completely new for you.
Yes.
Thank you for having with us. Have a good day today.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you
very much. Thank you very much.
Yep.
European grass track champion Stephan Katt with me now. Stephan, how did practice go this morning?
Yeah, I just had a quick short practice and the track was really slimy, and I just went on to see how the track is. I couldn't remember, but no, it was okay. But the track will be totally different this afternoon. And
you looked pretty quick out there in practice, even though you said it was slimy. You were just.
It was just slimy, and I was playing a bit.
Of course, it was very early start for the practice.
Yeah.
Another practice in an hour's time, when the track will be totally different, won't it?
But I couldn't find any setup things or so. So it was just, yeah, it was too slick for that. But I think it's the first time for me that I see that track so nice, so beautiful, and I think we will have a really good meeting today.
You must be delighted to be European champion.
What is delighted? What does it mean?
You must be very, very pleased that you are.
Yeah, definitely. So I had a good semi-final here in England, Swingfield, and I topped it up with the European title. So that was perfect for me. It was a good year in the end.
And news is that the European final should be in England next year. Are you pleased about that?
Yeah, it's all right. In the end, every track is a track, and everyone has to ride on it. And but the most tracks I've ridden here in England are pretty good, and as they different. The English proper grass tracks are different than normal grass tracks. But yeah, I like Swingfield. Seeing that Swingfield was quite good for me, and I enjoy it there.
And you've had a successful time with Somerset and the Speedway this year.
Yeah, that was a good time for me. kept me busy really. But no, I enjoyed it and it was good for me. I learned a lot again, and okay, this is my job, and I had a really good start of the season, and I was struggling in the middle of the season a bit, and then but that Speedway sometimes it happens. So last night we had a presentation night with Somerset, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing next year. They said they decided in November, end of November, and I have to make a decision. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, because the thing is here with England, everything is good, but there's a lot of work to do it professionally. It's because I was on the airplane about 3 times a week, and I also rode in Poland, and I also ride next year in Poland, Germany, maybe Sweden. So, yeah, I make a decision in November now.
And obviously, as European champion, you'll be wanted even more on the grass track and long track next year as well, won't you?
I enjoy the grass track and long track and so, but I prefer Speedway a bit more, and I do it also now. I do it now, but okay, the contract will maybe be a bit better next year for me. So, but yeah, in the end, I want to do what I enjoy, and don't misunderstand me, but I enjoy grass track as well. But yeah, I see.
Thanks for having with us. Have a successful day today.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Thank you. British Masters champion Andrew Appleton. Andrew, coming to the end of what has been a very successful season for you.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, and it'd be really nice if we go out end the year on a really good meeting. So yeah, we're looking to win it today.
Have you practiced yet?
Not yet. I've just been looking. It's pretty green out there, so I'm just letting the top go off a little bit. But yeah, I'll be going out in the next half an hour. So
as you say, a lot of the riders been out and virtually just feeling their way around, and it was so slick and slimy, wasn't it?
Yeah, you don't really find a good setup on that sort of grass. You're just sort of having a ride round really. So just. We'll go out in the next couple of minutes and see if we can get a good setup for the meeting.
Looks in superb nick out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and it makes a change for it to be dry, doesn't it?
It certainly does. I mean, it's like a summer's day at the moment.
It's lovely,
isn't it?
yeah.
I think your decision to concentrate on long track and grass track and give the Speedway a miss has been totally vindicated this year.
Oh, excellent. It's been superb, It's the best season I've ever had so far, so I haven't got any faults really. But this year it's been fantastic. So.
Any disappointments at all?
Yeah, a few. Yes.
Any that particularly come to mind that you could just a bit more luck, I could have done that?
Yeah, I had some bad luck in the World Championship semi-final. I blew 3 engines up, which put me out of the Grand Prix this year. And also in the European final, I was lying second in the final, and a primary belt broke, and I was having a good race with Stephane for the lead as well, so it was a bit disappointing, but these things happen and we just try and make amends now. So
strong rumours around this morning that the European Championship will be in England next year. You llooking forward to that?
Yeah, I don't mind where I go, to be honest, to a race. Just Germany, France, Holland, anywhere. I like riding my bike, so yeah, it'd be good for it to be on home turf though, so yeah, hopefully it'll be a superb track.
And sticking to the same decision next year, no Speedway, just concentrate like you have this year on the long track?
Yeah, it's definitely paid off this year, so I'm going to give it try again next year and see if we can go up the ladder one more step.
Last meeting of the season today?
Yeah, it's just the finish of the season now, so this is the first year I've had where I don't want it to end, so it's been fantastic.
No going abroad for racing or winter, or you haven't taken winter break?
No, not this year. I have a winter's break and get all my equipment up together for next year, and I start working really hard on it this next week, and see if we can get some special stuff for next year.
Thanks, Sam Wilmers. Have a good day today.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Multi-long track champion, many times British Speedway champion. Colvin, is this the end of an era today?
Yes, it is. I wasn't actually expecting to ride here, but I'm pleased I'm here now. So, but yeah, it's been a fantastic run. I've had a terrific time, but it's got to end sometime. So, no better place here at the end of the year, really.
You've been out for practice. It was a bit wet and a bit slimy out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, this time of year you get a heavy dew. We've had a fabulous week. We've had no rain, but it was very slippery. The ground's quite hard, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that conditions improve as the day goes on.
I would imagine in all the years we've had the burn-up, this has got to be the best day and probably the track in the best condition it's ever been for a burn-up.
Certainly the best day. Track conditions will improve, but yeah, you know, and it's fantastic for spectators, isn't it? You know, they can relax and enjoy it.
How did practice go? Did the arms ache? I mean, it's probably almost 12 months since you've ridden, I think, now, isn't it?
On the grass track, yes, it is. Yeah, I feel okay. I own a motocross bike, and I've been out on that a few times recently to sort of like prepare myself. But you're right, I will be shattered at the end of the day. That's for sure.
Realistically, what would you be happy to achieve? Obviously, you want to win. If you can't, what would you be happy to achieve in your final meeting?
I'd love to make the final, and with the way the format is here, you know, anything can happen then.
Tremendous career. Main highlights, the long track, all those British titles that you won on the Speedway?
Winning the British Championship on the Speedway for Coventry as a Coventry rider, that was special. Winning my first World Long Track Championship in a run-off with Simon Wigg, who was the 5-time champion at the time. And that year, 1995, was an incredible year. That was a highlight. Winning league titles with Coventry and the Speedway, winning league titles in Sweden, those were, off the top of my head, were really terrific times.
The biggest disappointment obviously in New Zealand?
Yeah, that was a kick in the backside for sure. You know, one lap away from being world champion and the bike packed up, that was tough. Took me a while to get over that.
Is the gloss going to go slightly off the long track a little bit now? You've finished, Robert Barth has finished. I mean, are there people coming through that can replace you, Colvin? That's the question.
At the moment, no. There needs to be a change in the format. My views are I've made them perfectly clear about what needs to happen. But at the moment there isn't. They need to change the format in the World Championship to drag some of the world-class Speedway riders in and kick-start it again, because at the moment it isn't generating enough new riders.
Turning to the Speedway and your work with Sky, now you've won league titles, as you say, with Coventry. We're now in the playoff situation. Hand on heart, which do you prefer, the league or the playoffs? To win the league as a league, or do you prefer the playoffs?
As a rider, I would probably, if you top the table after the end of the meetings, you'd probably feel that your job done. As a Sky pundit, the playoffs are wonderful. Because it guarantees that we can see all the action right at the end of the season. And it sets up fabulous drama. You know, you could not have scripted what happened this year going down to the last race. So, and that does keep everybody on the edge of their seats. It is a double-edged sword, but I think from the point of view of a spectacle and it generating interest in the sport, I think the playoffs work. And the double points rule? I think that's quite tough. I think probably once, not twice. Because I think a lot of people fear that Reading were the best team over the two legs and the double points rule cost them the title. Would you agree with that? Or? Yeah, I would say so. They dominated the grand final but didn't win it. So that was tough for them. But they had some bad fortune as well. You couldn't just point the finger at the tactical rule that cost them the meeting. Like one of their riders had 2 punctures. And you know, Greg Hancock in the first leg packed up when he was in the lead in heat 15. You know, they had some bad fortune that potentially cost them. It wasn't just the tactics that hurt them there. And again, as a rider who's ridden in one-off world finals, we've now got the Grand Prix Series. Your honest opinion, which do you prefer, the Grand Prix Series or the one-off world final? Well, nothing quite replaces that drama of a one-off night, and it's difficult to say whether Speedway misses it because the Grand Prix Series is building so fantastic with the television coverage. That really has developed into a terrific series. I think the drama of a one-off night will always be missed, but it has been replaced by something also very exciting. Thanks, Sam Willis, and thanks for giving us many years of pleasure on the grass track, the long track and the Speedway. Cheers, thank you very much. Thank you, Calvin. No worries. Glen Phillips just come out back from practice. How did you go out there, Glen?
Not too well, really. I had a misfire in the first one, and then that one I shredded a belt after the end, so hopefully that's all the dramas out the way and get on with the racing.
I would imagine the track is totally different now for practicing than what it was an hour ago when you had the first practice.
Yeah, it's dried out a bit, but it's still really slippery and slick. Hopefully as the day goes on it might change. I think probably the grass is going to build up quite a grippy edge, really. It was surprising yesterday, we're in November, yet towards the end of the junior burnup it was dusting up, and that could well happen again today, couldn't it? Yeah, I think it could, although I think the ground is really, really hard. It might, like there's a bit of dampness in there, it might just stay down, hopefully. Overall, you're pleased with the
the season, what you've achieved?
Yeah, it's been a brilliant year, like having to get through all the last chance races for the World Long Track and then to finish joint 6th and 7th with Stephan Tresarrieu was really good, quite unexpected. And yeah, I've had don't do too much in England anymore, and I had a couple of wins now, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
And of course, made a comeback with helping Somerset out in the Speedway this year as well.
Yeah, I did. Actually, had what I felt was a really good year up until like the last sort of 4 or 5 meetings, and just sort of got a bit disillusioned with it, and just was enjoying my grass track, I think, and had something better to do.
Any winter plans or taking a winter's break?
Working really, trying to set my own business up, so going to be quite busy doing that. Get the bikes ready for next year and hopefully have a good one.
Thanks, Sam Willis. Best luck today.
Cheers.
Thank you. Richard Hall with me. Richard, I think it's fair to say you looked as quick as anybody in practice. How did you feel you were going?
I felt slow. I'm trying 2 new engines. I've got one off Colvin and I've got one from Brighton Cargo. And my cargo feels nice, but it's just the track's a little bit spinny at the moment before the frost and that, so hopefully I'll get better.
Obviously a bit difficult at the end of the season. I think it's your first grass track, isn't it?
It is my first grass track, so it's taken me a bit to get into it. I've got my boards back working now and I just hope for a good day.
Have you got come down from the euphoria of those super rides in those playoff finals against Rene?
A little bit. I'm still flying high, but I've just got to take it steady, try not to get injured.
I mean, obviously when you signed for Peterborough at the start of the season, you had never in your wildest dreams would you be the man that turned the league title playoffs.
I didn't think I'd be there till the end of the season. I only expected to be there for 6 or 7 meetings and get my head down and go back in the Premier League. But
obviously it's a track that very much suits your style there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice, but I started off very slow and then me and Hans had a big talk and he told me to get rid of all my machinery. And I've got brand new equipment, brand new engine, and since then I've gone forward.
I was watching you in practice out there and you were riding very similar to what you ride around Peterborough. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, I am.
Looks as if you're absolutely climbing all over the bike.
I'm trying to, because I just keep forgetting to sit back and then I'm trying to sit up like Speedway and I'm just trying to get back in the rhythm of riding grass.
Hopefully you open the stop with Peterborough next year. Will that mean there'll be no more grass tracking, or will you try and get some grass tracks in when you can?
I'm not too sure what I'm going to do next year. I know I've got a few contracts to go to Sweden and Poland with Speedway. I've just got to see what the winter brings. And
obviously it was a big step up. You must have been very disappointed when Sheffield couldn't find you a space, but it's really turned out in your favour, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. At the start of the season I was like, oh, Peterborough, this is going to be hard against all the GP riders. Well, I just took it one step at a time and I've come out good at the end of the year.
Thanks, Sam Willis. Have a good day today.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Rob Wilson. Rob, looking a little bit concerned about the machine. What's the problem at the moment?
For whatever reason, we couldn't get it to run right in practice, but that was a lot better one, but I was struggling steering it. So, yeah, hopefully I can put the right tyre in the front now and we'll be all right, like, you know.
What's it like out there?
Yeah, I mean, the track's lovely, to be fair. I mean, it's smooth and, you know, it's a leveller because everybody goes good. The only thing at the moment is very, very slick, so we could do with probably another practice now on a different back tyre just to make sure, you know, what we need to do, really. So
it looks as if everybody's going very wide and virtually riding the boards, is that correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is slick out there at the moment. I mean, obviously where they roll it, and I suppose with the, you know, the way the weather is and that, I wouldn't say the track was hard, but it's not digging out at all, so there's no, you're not getting much drive, really.
After sloshing through mud year after year, this is incredible weather for this Burnup.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair to the club, you know, this is what they want, and hopefully they get the punters through the gate and everybody has a good day's racing, you know, and spectators enjoy it as well, you know. The club deserve it, that's for sure, you know.
Coming to the end of a very successful season, Rob?
Yeah, we've had a good year. Yeah, obviously it'd be nice to have another good one today, but I'm sure the other 18 sidecars all think the same, you know. To go out your last meeting on a win, it sort of sets you up for the winter, you know, so... But yeah, we'll be trying our best for sure, you know.
New machine for next year?
Yeah, hopefully we're going to change to a Honda engine and mixed steer frame again. So yes, hopefully we won't be too long before we can get it all up and running and going good like.
Any winter plans for racing or taking a complete break?
No, we obviously have a complete break really. The bike could go at the end of the day, and you know we're obviously spend our time then building a new outfit, like, you know.
And your old rival John back in action again today as well?
Yeah, John's out there. I mean, yeah, he's. Obviously John's John, and he's been a good racer all his life, and he's still got it now. So you know, hopefully he has a good day, and yeah, we all have a beer afterwards, really.
Thanks, Sam Willis. Have a good day.
Thanks, lads.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Rene and Burnup champion Richard Thomas with me now. Richard, looking forward to it this afternoon?
Yes, yeah. The track is looking a bit better than it did last year. Obviously the conditions are better, so hopefully have a good go at it. Yeah.
I don't think any of the riders can believe what a superb day it is after years and years of sloshing through mud and slime out there.
Yeah. Mind you, I couldn't complain last year.
You must be delighted because you're only picking and choosing your meetings, but you're still holding your old form and doing extremely well this year.
Yeah, I've had my usual passenger, Jason, has got a bit of back problem at the moment, so I've been borrowing passengers here and there, so it's been a bit of a patchy season really, but we're still here.
Full-time comeback next year, or just take the meetings as they come?
Probably concentrate on the nationals again. Might do a few more local ones, depending on passenger situation, really.
Any winter plans or taking a break?
Going to change a few things, but we'll look at that next year.
Added pressure today as reigning champion, or just going to take it as another meeting?
No, added pressure, I think. Yeah.
Thanks, Sam Wilbers. Have a good day today.
No problem.
Thank you.
Well, indeed, obviously we've got a busy afternoon ahead of us, and as you can see, the riders have come out to show you exactly who they are underneath those helmet colours. Leading them out, and I'm sorry to say that really it tinged with a bit of sadness that number one riding this afternoon is Kelvin. And this is possibly going to be the last time that you'll see him in competitive action on the race circuit. So Colin, I'll update you a little bit more on that as we see the rest of the riders coming out. And you can pick them out for yourselves, obviously a few changes. Number 95, you'll see coming tight. He comes in as a reserve. And that's Bonfire what you see on a very strange machine. Stephan Katt, number 16, we're expecting big things from him this afternoon. And coming in right at the last minute, number 20 from Germany, that's Matthias, a rider that we've seen many times here at the Burnup circuit. As indeed, a lot of the riders that are coming round, you'll remember some of the great meetings we've had here. And haven't we been blessed with weather this year? It looks to be absolutely superb for the racing this afternoon. The first of our 500 sidecars, got 0 on the plate, and that looks like Tony Cook to me. And, we've got more solos coming round, and that's Peppe Rudolph from Germany. We're pleased to see him here this afternoon. Jannick de Jong, again, expecting big things from him. Rider number 4 in the sidecars is Barry Bennett and Steve George. Another rider from Germany, good contingency from Germany here this afternoon. We're expecting big things. Scott Darman out of Young, rider number 8 in the 500 international solo. Sidecars even. Number 72, Sean Harvey and Danny Hogg. A great ride last weekend. Can they keep it going? Wilbur Walker winner, Wayne Reed and Clive Preston, number 5. Number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. Desperately hoping they're going to get into the meeting full blown. Mitch Godden comes to the line, alongside him Andrew Appleton. Are we expecting big things from these two this afternoon? Oh, another rider there, like you see, on the start line, number 22, Rene and number 10, Kylmakorpi. Well, what can we expect from him? Haven't seen too much of him on the grass, but I know he had a couple of good meetings down there in the south of France this year. Will this track suit him? It's very, very hard, everybody's showing me out there this afternoon. It's going to be very, very slick, so they're going to be fighting to get grip all afternoon. Sven Holstein and R.Schubert, 500 internationals. Sidecars, that is. Tim Nobes with the rather fashionable hit here, number 8. Number 7, another rider that will probably get a ride on it, is Jannick. Of that Mountain View apartment holiday over there in Austria is number 74, Wrong Simmons, like you see going by now. Good to see Steve Smith and Carl Pugh out there this afternoon. Great to see that they're still lots of experience. Sean and Danny, he's had him have a little bit of a practice start. I'm very, very pleased to see Rob Bradley. He used to give me a wave as he went by. He suffered a very nasty injury no more than 4 weeks ago, and it's good to see that he's back and competing. Of course, he is the holder of the British Masters title. On the platform, that's for Wycombe Junior, riding number 25 this afternoon. 184, and John Hiscock and Gareth Lemister. 306 is Mark Warren and Martin Smith, again reserved at the moment, hoping to get a ride. Rider that's had a great season, number 215, Steve Braidford. We've seen big things for him this year. And what about crew number 13 then? John Halsey and Jason Glennie. Just can't give up, can they? They want to come back and have another go. Why not at this fantastic venue? Number 5, Matt from Rover and Andy Wilson. Nothing but problems last weekend. We hope they've got them all sorted and they're going to go a lot better this week. Number 9, Wilfred Detz and Denny Detz. The Dutch crew, is that it? I'm looking for a few more coming round as the rest disappear off into the pits. Number 7, Paul Johnson coming past us. He's helmeted, so I don't know whether he's going to get a little bit of a late practice. Number 24, Rob Wilson and Nicky Owen. The International Bonfire Burnup. No need to rush off tonight. We know we get the darkness quite soon. And as you can see, the bonfire has begun to be constructed. They will pile it up high later on today, and of course a fantastic firework display at the end of the day to finish it off. Before all that though, of course we have got an incredible amount of racing, and what a lineup this afternoon. We start with race 1 in your programme, the 500cc International Sidecars, and already at the line you can see number 5, that's Wayne Reed and Clive Preston. Outfit number 4, Barry Bennett and Steve George. Anxiously looking at that pit gate to see where the rest of the crews are. Oh, I can see a bike being pushed out, but no rider and passenger with it at the moment. Well, it's fantastic to see so many of you here this afternoon. I can see that we've got people all around the circuit, and I do believe that what the riders have said to me this morning about the circuit being very, very hard underneath. Colin was just saying to me that yesterday they had the junior burn up on the inside of the track, and by the end of the day there was actually dust clouds appearing. It seems incredible at this time of year. It's always a big, big gamble for the burn up, and it looks as if this year the gamble has paid off. We've got fantastic weather. Right on the inside then, Henrik and Matthiasen. And number 7, Willem and Natalie Matthiasen. And it is our own Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin that are the last ones to come into line, so all 6 outfits. Natalie not happy with something, moves the little cone marker. So we line up then for the first race of the day for the 2006 Bonfire Burnup as they get underway. Looking to see if Leicester's made it from the inside, but it is right on the outside. Going into that first turn, they get themselves sorted out, and that was a very, very good start. Lester Goodwin looking to come through on the outside as they go down that back straight, though 3 outfits together as they go into the pit turn for the first time. So quickly getting the measure of the circuit as they come up past me. The lead looks like being changed. And it is Willem and Matthiasen that have got themselves to the front. Well, an excellent pit turn for Willem Matthiasen as he's got himself to the front. And now the rest have got to do the catching and just go down that back straight in front of the pits. And already Matthiasen starting to stamp his authority as he goes round that pit bend for the second time. A few changes a little bit further down. Still again looking for Lester Goodwin. Trying to get past Scott Dunn and Adam Young. Scott Dunn holding that second, but Lester being forced to go wide. You can see he's left a gap on the inside as well. That's the danger of going around the outside, but Lester Goodwin pushing every inch of the way. Desperately trying to get that second place. There doesn't look to be any catching Willem Matthiasen as he's got away. It really is all eyes on this second place at the moment. Scott Dunn still just about holding it, but he knows he's got Lester Goodwin breathing down the exhaust pipe. Again, you can see that Lester was forced to go wide. There was no way through on the inside. Scott Dunn now knows he's there, and it's all getting very, very tight. All 3 outfits together, and they've collided going into that pit turn. Lester Goodwin's got the better of it though, and he's got up in second place. That's how it's going to finish. Willem Matthiasen gets the win. It was Wayne Reed that was in there in the action as well. He got himself into 3rd, and Scott Dunn, the unlucky one that loses out from that 2nd to 4th. So, race 1 in your programme then. We start with the 500cc sidecars for the International Burnup 2006, and a win to start the day for outfit number 7, Willem and Natalie Matthiasen. In second place, number 3, that's Lester Goodwin and Ann Goodwin. Outfit number 5 is Wayne Reed and Clive Preston, a terrific last turn for them. And fourth place there, number 8, Scott Dunn and Adam Young. In fifth place, number 1, Henrik Mathiasen, and sixth place, number 4, that's Barry Bennett. The winning time was 1:38.52, 1:38.52, an average speed of 51.52. So we stay with the 500 International Sidecars, race 2 in your programme, and already all 6 outfits are to the line. Keith Drury, number 10, you can see going from what is grid 2 from the inside. Right on the outside here, Sean Harvey and Danny Hall. What can they do this afternoon? Had a great ride last weekend. They made a terrific start, but it is Sven Holsten that's got the lead as they go into that first turn. Sean Harvey's right there with him though. Round the outside he goes on that first turn. Has he got the edge coming out of the bend? It looks as if he has. So Sean Harvey does indeed move through into the lead as we lose an outfit coming out of that top turn. And the red flags indeed in the interest of safety being shown. The rest of the riders being brought to a halt. And we anxiously look across the far side there and we hope that both competitors are okay. So the riders coming back to the start line for the restart of race 2. Right on the outside we've got number 72, Sean Harvey and Danny Hogg that had that early lead. They didn't get it straight off the start line though, they had to work for it around that first turn. We wonder if they're now considering they've got to do the same thing again. Or is this the opportunity for somebody else? Sven Holstein and D.Daubert, they're on just the inside of Sean Harvey. Then we've got a gap obviously, the 3 riders packed on the inside. They get underway, and it is Sven Holsten that gets to the front, and this time Sean Harvey has to tuck in behind. It's exactly how they went around that first turn. He went wide and got all the way around the outside, but this time, and there's problems with Sean Harvey. I can see hands going in the air as Sean Harvey has slowed. He's trying to keep the machinery going. Quite what that was I don't know, but they do look to be back on race 3. Well, they look across the shoulder and they can see that Keith Drury and R.Schubert have got that second place. Sean Harvey now fighting back for it though. Sitting there in third. I think there is a problem with that machinery. Sean desperately trying to keep things going. And while that scrap develops for second and third, you can see that Sven Holsten has got himself comfortably away from the rest of the field. Wilfred Detz is the rider at the back of that trio in the blue leathers, you can see. But Sean Harvey's the one who's having to do all the work. He's trying the inside and then the outside. This time it's the outside on the pit bend. Of course the danger is then that he leaves a gap for Wilfred Detz to get through. All the hard way, he gets round the outside of outfit number 10, Keith Drury, who had that second place. But that is a big gap between first and second. I think Sean should have to be content with second place points in his first ride. As we see the checkered flag being put out in race 2 for the outfit number 22, Sven Holsten and D.Daubert. They're followed home by our own Sean Harvey and Danny Hogg. So race 2 then, we get it completed after the restart, and it's a win for outfit number 22, Sven Holsten and D.Daubert. In second place, number 72, Sean Harvey and Danny Hogg. Third place, number 10, Keith Drury, R.Schubert. Fourth place is number 9. Fifth place, number 11. No sixth finisher there, the winning time 1:39.28, 1:39.28. 51.12 they average, 51.12. So that's the first legs for the 500 International Sidecars. We now move to the 500cc International Solos, and out for the first time, Colin, we see the lineup, a very impressive one.
Thank you very much, Jim. The top quality lineup for the first in Colvin, Tatum on the inside, then Manfred Nupp, Masters champion Andrew Appleton next to him, then Peppe Rudolph, the spectacular Tim Nose, Mitch, Godden, Joonas, Kylmakorpi, and Paul Cooper right on the outside. That's the lineup for the opening heat of the 2006 Burnup. Start quickly, so crucial. Tatum being called one up to the tapes on the inside line. Very good start, Andrew Appleton in the thick of the action. They go in that top corner, Colvin first on, down the outside, that top corner, Mitch got the second place, they go in the back straight, Forley first, Colvin Denham holding about 5th place with Andrew Appleton, trying to work his way for third as Mitch Godden goes through into that 2nd place position. Andrew Appleton looking for that 3rd place position, but it's rider number 10, Joonas, Kylmakorpi, Mitch Godden in 2nd, that's Andrew Appleton looking for that 3rd place, Paul Cooper's got that 3rd place, they go into that top corner once again. Kylmakorpi's a long way clear the front and Godden in 2nd. It's Appleton in 3rd, but Cooper in 4th. Tatum now looking for that 4th place. Gets on the into Paul Cooper to move place position, but Kylmakorpi's storming away the front. He leads to 22. Godden from the 2nd. Appleton in 3rd. Tatum in 4th. Cooper's in 5. Nobes in 6. That's the top 6. They go down the back straight once again. Andrew Appleton looking for that 2nd place of Mitch Godden, but nobody can get near Joonas. Kylmakorpi at the moment. He leads into the pits corner on the lap number 3. Still Godden holds that 2nd place. Appleton trying to find a way through on the exit from that pits corner. It's Kylmakorpi on the 4th and Godden in 2nd. It's Appleton in 3rd. Tatum in 4th. Cooper in 5. Jong definitely getting closer in 6. Peppe Rudolph in 7. Nupp in 8. That's the 8. They go to the back straight once again. Tremendous start for Joonas, Kylmakorpi, Andrew Appleton. One last determined effort right round the outside of that pits corner. Rich Joonas, Kylmakorpi gets the winning ride. 2nd is Mitch Godden. 3rd place Andrew Appleton. 4th Colvin Tatum. 5 is Paul Cooper. 6 is Tim Nobes. 2nd, 7 Peppe Rudolph and Manfred Nupp in 8th place. Result of race 3, first heat of the 500 solos. Win for number 10, Joonas, Kylmakorpi. 2nd, number 9, Mitch Godden. And 3rd, number 3, Andrew Appleton. 1, 11, 8, 4, and number 2. Speed time 1 minute 26.45, 1 minute 26.45. Average speed 58.71 miles per hour. 58.71 miles per hour. Change in race number 4, Lewis Denham in 4, Jamie Rogers, Matthias Kroger is number 20. Those are 2 changes in race number 4. European champion Stephane Katt down in this one towards Katt makes a good start, Glen Phillips in the order that goes with him. This number 20, Matthias Kroger leads into that top corner. Lewis Denham taking a big handful right round the outside, slips through into the 3rd place position as they sort themselves out going down the back straight for the first time. It's Kroger leads it, coming under pressure though as he goes into that corner. Stephan Katt quite a way off the pace at the present moment. They come to complete the opening lap then. It's Kroger on the inside. Tremendous race between these two. Denham has got the 4th place. They go into the top corner. Still Kroger with the advantage, but Phillips trying to find a way through on the inside. They go to the back straight once again. Good comeback ride by Lewis Denham holding the 4th place a moment. Stephan Katt way down the back of the field. That's unusual to see the European champions so far at the back as they come on to complete lap number 2 then. It's still second and Holland holding that 3rd place. Tresarrieu has got the 3rd place. This was Denham in 4th. Colvin is in 5. That's the top 5 as they storm down the back straight again. Phillips trying to find a way through on the inside of Kroger. That Kroger's got the quick line round the outside. These 3 pulling away from Tresarrieu, who holds the 3rd place. And now Lewis Denham's coming under pressure with that 4th place position. As Phillips trying to get through on the inside. Phillips gets through on the inside. Kroger moving to that top corner. Phillips round the outside. Kroger trying to come back through on the inside. Tresarrieu's got the 3rd place. Denham's gone through into 4th. Colvin's just tucked in behind him in 5th place. They go down the back straight for the Funnel Tom. Impressive win for Englishman Glen Phillips in this heat number 2 of the 500 solos. It's Glen Phillips that gets the winning ride in race number 4. 2nd is Matthias Kroger. Tresarrieu gets the 3rd place. Denham in 4. Colvin in 5. Katt in 6th place. Race 4 result there, and a win for number 17 Glen Phillips. 2nd number 20 Matthias Kroger, and 3rd number 18 Stephan Tresarrieu. 19, 14, 15, 12 and number 16. 1 minute 28.16, 1 minute 28.16, average speed 57.57 miles per hour. We move on to race 5 with Bradley Kite in for the absent Jason Hanley. Davies on the inside, running man wheel next to it. Richard Hall running quickly, tracking forward. And it's number 24, Matthew Tresarrieu makes a good start. Richard Hall giving everything round the outside. This Vince Kinchin back to lead into that top corner. The first on at 3 abreast. The second and third was Steve Braidford taking a big handful right round the outside. But somebody's gone down on that top corner. Rather open the boards. Red flags are out. Red flags are out upon that top corner. Looks of it's Bradley Kite that's gone down in the spectacular way upon that top bend. Bradley, of course, coming in for the absent Jason Handley, who's from the middle of the track. We will obviously pass it on to you, but the main thing is that he looks to be okay, and that's good news. At least he can walk into the ambulance, so that's good news regarding Bradley Kite. Right, back out they come in for the restart of race number 5. Obviously, Bradley Kite unable to take his place. I was convinced Kinchin would be annoyed with that. He got an absolute fire from the outside of the grid. Was very well much in the lead when that race was stopped. So it looks like we're going without Bradley Kite in the restart of race number 5, third leg of the 500 solos. Just waiting for Vince Kinchin to settle. One for the outside of Steve Braidford on the outside. They're on the left for race number 5, 24. From the Richard Hall makes a good start, but number 22, that's 20 man wheel. Kinchin's that top one. Steve Braidford making a big sweep round the outside. Vince Kinchin's got the second, and Richard Hall making a big move round the outside to go through into second place. As Braidford leads him, and Hall in second is Kinchin in third. That's the top 3 as they hit that pits corner for the first time. It's Braidford running mid-track. Richard Hall trying to get through on the inside. Almost Braidford there. That's the top 5, and they're moving the back straight. Once again, it's still Braidford with the advantage, but Hall trying to close the gap there in second place. These two pulling away from Kinchin in third, and Kinchin now coming under tremendous pressure for that third place, diving through on the inside. Vince Kinchin, Richard Hall trying to come right round the edge of Steve Braidford. They're locked together now. They can play that Braidford on the inside. Hall trying to get round the outside. Joonas there. The third place with Kinchin in 4. Richard spinning 5, and Richard Hall again using every inch of track trying to get round the edge of Steve Braidford. They're absolutely locked together halfway down that back straight. Braidford on the inside, Richard Hall coming round the outside. Spectacular action between these two again. Richard Hall using every inch of track. He's got round the edge. On the 4 then. It's Hall leading the race in second. And Weele's got the third place. Kinchin is in 4. Richard Smith now coming under pressure for that 5th place position as Richard Hall slowly but surely is pulling away from Steve Braidford now as they go down into the pits corner. Then for the funnel time, Rene Van Wheel's got the 3rd place position. Spectacular ride there by Richard Hall. Richard Hall was in 5 and Steve Braidford in 2nd place. Rene Van Wheel's got the 3rd position. Kinchin in 4. Tresarrieu is in 5, Richard Smith in 6, and Dave Mears in 7th place. But what a terrific race there between Richard Hall and Steve Braidford for 3 of the 4 laps. They were virtually locked shoulder to shoulder, and let's not forget that's Richard Hall's first grass track of the season. Spectacular action for the Peterborough Speedway star there in race number 5. Tremendous action there in race number 5, won by number 30, Richard Hall. Second, 215, Steve Braidford. And third, number 22, Rene Van Wheel. 96, 24, 23, 21. Winning time, 1 minute 26.56, 1 minute 26.56. Average speed, 58.64 miles per hour. 58.64 miles per hour. Back over to Jim for the first leg of the 1000cc chairs.
Well, thanks Colin. Indeed a great start to the International Solo Competition. Very, very impressive ride from Richard Hall. We don't see him enough on the grass, do we? But we turn our attention to the Sidecars for the first time this afternoon, and fantastic to see Mark Edwards out once again with Nick Waters, the partnership teaming up again in Bonfire Burnup 2006. There's all sorts of bunching going into that first turn. Mark Edwards is right there, but it's Matt from Roller that's got to the front. And Mark Edwards sits there in second place. Paul Johnson's trying to come through as well. But as they go down the back straight for the first time, it is Matt Front Roller, and Mark Edwards has hit problems going down that back straight. Arms up in the air, everybody goes by them, but no problem at all for Matt Front Roller as he brakes coming round that first turn. Paul Johnson got himself up into second place. Peter Lloyd and Terry Madley it is in that third spot at the moment. They got the best of that first turn bunching and got themselves into third. Oh, this is good to see Paul Johnson going well in second place. He had problems with his machinery last week. He's had a busy week putting it all back together. Things didn't look to be perfect this morning when he got here, but he's got things sorted out. Steve Smith is the outfit that's trying to get through from fourth to third place. Peter Lloyd's having none of it though. He shuts the door on him as he goes into that pit bend. And Steve Smith tempted to try the outside going down the back straight. He's gone the long way round and he's got himself up into that third place. Quickly onto the back wheel of Paul Johnson for that second perhaps, but Matt Van Molen doesn't know any of that going on behind him. He's got away. These great rides from Matt Van Molen and Andy Wilson here on this Tunbridge circuit. As they go down the back straight in this, their first ride this afternoon, you can see that they very much look in control. Paul Johnson's still got that second, but Steve Smith is getting closer and closer to him as they come round the pit bend for the last time, and it's Matt Van Molen that takes the win. Paul Johnson in second, Steve Smith in third, and finishing in fourth there, Peter Lloyd and Terry Madley. So, race 6, and indeed a win for outfit number 5, Matt Van Molen and Andy Wilson. Good start for them this afternoon. In second place, number 7, Paul Johnson and Russell Little. In third place, number 2, Steve Smith and Carl Pugh. In fourth place, number 4, Peter Lloyd and Terry Madley. Fifth place, number 1, James Rogers and Damien Janes. And sixth place, number 8, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. 1:38.99 the winning time. 1:38.99, 51.27. 51.27 the average speed. 1:38.99 the winning time. So we now turn our attention to race 7, and we see coming to the line Miles Simmons and Kevin Woodley, John Halsey and Jason Glennie right on the inside there. Number 15 is Ivor Matthews and Dave Hogan, Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh, Rob Wilson and Ian Whale, and Colin Blackburn and Paul Wyndham Jr. They get underway, and I can quickly see that Nicky Owen on the back of Rob Wilson as they get into that first turn. And it is Rob that's got the best of it in that first turn, goes down the back straight with Gary Jackson in pursuit. Colin Blackburn's up there in third place at the moment. And into the pit bend, Colin Blackburn wants to get second as he comes through. There was a gap there on the inside and he said thank you very much. And he's trying the same thing on John Halsey as they go into that pit turn. And Ivor Matthews has got that fourth place. He's all very close to that fourth, fifth and sixth though, as we look to the front once again, and Rob Wilson very much getting things under control. I just wonder if anybody can catch Rob Wilson at the moment. He's been in terrific form this season. Let's see how they get spread out. Colin Blackburn in second spot at the moment. No answer to the speed of Rob Wilson, but he's doing enough to stay ahead of Gary Jackson and Carl Blythe in that third place. So Rob Wilson, of course, a winner previously of the Bonfire Burnup. He'd love to finish this season off. Disappointment last weekend, the problems with machinery, which took him out of one of the qualifying rides. He didn't even make it into the final. There was a big class of sidecars there last weekend. But he starts the day perfectly this afternoon as he goes into the checkered flag and takes a win in his first ride. Rob Wilson and Nicky Owen, Colin Blackburn and Paul Wyndham Jr. finishing in second behind them. So the official result of race 7, a win for outfit number 24, Rob Wilson and Nicky Owen. In second place, number 25, Colin Blackburn, Paul Wyndham Jr. In third place, number 23, Gary Jackson and Carl Blythe. In fourth place, number 15, Ivor Matthews and Dave Hogan. Fifth place, number 9, Miles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. And sixth place there, number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. 1:37.04, 52.3 the average speed. So that was race 7. We've already got race 8 on the line, and we see out for the first time this afternoon last year's winners, Richard Thomas and Craig Parmenter, right on that inside gate. That's outfit number 60. Next to them, Matt Tour and Sean Yates, Duncan Tolhurst and Terry Saunders, who won the Capel Classic last weekend, Paul Whitelam and Ian Whale. Indeed, who won the Capel Classic last weekend, I do remember. Rob Bradley, great to see him, and right on the outside. There's problems for Duncan Tolhurst as he hesitates coming out of that start. Paul Whitelam has got into the lead as he goes into that first turn. Rob Bradley with all sorts of problems in that second place. John Hiscock goes round the outside and he's gone past both of them. As Paul Whitelam and Rob Bradley were losing drive coming out of that first turn. And there's problems for Paul Whitelam. Rob Bradley's called him as well as he goes into that pit turn. Oh, there is a red flag. As you can see, we've got riders on the track on the top turn. And I'm very disappointed to say that is problems for Rob Bradley once again. And indeed, mechanics looking at Paul Whitelam's outfit. What indeed was the problem? He seemed to slow going into that pit turn. And they were losing, both of them in fact were losing drive coming out of that pit turn and up the back straight. And then Paul's bike certainly hesitated going into this top bend. That was when Rob made connection with him. And we had wins for outfit number 7, Willem and Natalie Mathiasen, and outfit number 22, that's Sven Holsten. So both those early winners go against each other in race 9. And I'm expecting to see a replacement for Nick Radley. So 10 I can see, that's Keith Drury. 7 I can see. And number 5, Wayne Reed, is coming to the line. And indeed, the replacement for Nick Radley is number 57, Mike Reed. So the riders being brought into line. Remind you again, the replacement for Nick Radley, number 21, is number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. They take up grid 3. Keith Drury being told he's got to come into grid 4. He now comes into line, and right on the outside is Lester Goodwin. He had a second first time out. So he's got the long way around that first turn. Well, he's got the speed and he gets underway. He just edges himself in front of Wayne Reed as he goes into that first turn. It is Lester from the outside gate that's got himself to the front. Wayne Reed slots into that second place as the rest of the outfits sort themselves out coming out of that first turn. Well, indeed, Lester Goodwin got the drive on quickly going down that back straight, and he's got himself a good lead as he comes round that pit bend for the first time. Up past me they come then. Lester Goodwin. Wayne Reed looks to have lost down on that pit turn. He's lost that second place. But Lester Goodwin does look to be very much in control, as indeed I was expecting a battle between Willem and Natalie Mathiasen and Sven Holsten, who both had wins first time out. But Lester Goodwin has certainly split them up this time. Indeed, I'm looking for Sven Holsten. He's way back in 5th place at the moment, not where I was expecting to see him. Well, this is an excellent ride from Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin as they come round that pit bend once again. They'll see the last lap flag this time as they come past me. Willem and Natalie Mathiasen with Wayne Reed in 3rd place. Well, there is a big gap, but you can see that Sven Holsten is desperately trying to get that 4th place. There's a good scrap going on for that 4th and 5th. And as I'm looking to the front now, you can see that Willem and Natalie Mathiasen have closed the gap, but I think Lester Goodwin's done enough. You'll see the checkered flag this time, and Goodwin taps him on the shoulder. He knows he's done enough. That's a good win for Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin. So race 9 then, we start with the second leg rides for the 500 sidecars. And yet another winner. It's a win for number 3, Anand Goodwin. In second place, number 7, William and Natalie Tyson. In third place, number 5, that's Wayne Reed and Clive Preston. Fourth place, number 22, Sven Holston and D.Daubert. In fifth place, number 10, Keith Drury, R.Schubert. Sixth place, number 57, that's the replacement, Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. 137.63, 51.99 the average speed. So we now turn the page back and we go back to the 1000cc sidecars. This is the rerun of race 8. Oh, it looks as if Paul Whitelum has got machinery running again, so not really sure what that problem was. And of course it does give a much better opportunity for Duncan Tolhurst, because he hesitated on the start line. He was a long way back on the rest of the field, but now he's on equal competition terms with the rest of the field. Matt Tyrrell anxiously waiting for everybody else to come and join him on the start line. Oh, indeed, we're looking at this starting lineup and we're missing Richard Thomas at the moment. So everybody anxiously looking towards the pits. We've only got 5 outfits. There's no Richard Thomas at the moment. So last year's winner not able to go in this, the first race, as they've restarted. I'm pleased to see that Rob Bradley is back out there. So 5 outfits only as they get underway. A good start from Paul Whitelum. Matt Tyrrell's made a good one on the inside. Well, they've shut the door on Duncan Tolhurst, but he's in there racing this time. John Hiscock has gone for that outside line again round that first turn. He's got the speed on and he chases after Paul Whitelum. Oh, Rob Bradley was right up there as well, but he slowed going down that back straight. Duncan Tolhurst has now got it going and found a gap on the inside as he gets up into second place. Well, he chases after Paul Whitelum, and Paul Whitelum with that lead as he goes into that pit turn. He's got Duncan Tolhurst very close to him. John Hiscock looks very quick round that pit bend. He keeps the speed on down, but Duncan does pick it up in the middle of that back straight. He drives in hard into this bottom turn, and Paul Whitelum's gone very wide. He's left a big gap, and Duncan Tolhurst says thank you very much. Through he goes, and Duncan gets himself in front. Oh, Matt Tyrrell's not out of it, and John Hiscock isn't out of it either. They're both pushing hard for that second place. Paul Whitelum's got to keep it together if he's going to hang on to that second place. Oh, Matt Tyrrell pushing hard in that fourth place. Oh, John Hiscock found a gap once again, and Paul Whitelum has lost out on that bottom turn once again. One more lap to go, and John Hiscock has gone up into second place. Now, there's a big gap between second and first place, as Duncan Tolhurst really has got this lead in his grasp as he goes into the checkered flag this time as he comes off that bottom turn. And I just wonder if Paul Whitelum's going to lose that third place. He's going to be close to the line. So I think he's just about managed to hang on to that third place. So race 8 then, we get the rerun out on the circuit, and it's a win for outfit number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Terry Saunders. In second place, number 184, John Hiscock and Gareth Bemister. In third place, number 92, Paul Whitelum and Ian Whale. In fourth place, number 69, Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates. In fifth place, number 87, Rob Bradley and Sean Simpson. The winning time, 137.19, 52.22. The average speed, 137.19, 52.22. 74, 184, 92, 69 and 87. So we now turn over the page and we turn our attention back to the 500 sidecars, but we're moving on to race 10. Out for the second time this afternoon, Sean Harvey and Danny Hogg, who had a second place first time out. We've already seen Lester Goodwin. We're looking for the best place finishers then. Number 8, Scott Dunn and Adam Jong had a really good start, but they ended up in 4th place first time out. Number 9, Sean Harvey, also had to work hard for his 4th place. Indeed, as they get underway, they go into that first turn. I think we've got a duplication in the programme there, as we've got 2 Sean Harveys for some reason. Wilfred Detz is number 9, so there's a misprint there. And it is Wilfred Detz that's got the lead. Number 72, Sean Harvey and Danny Hogg sitting in that second place. But a very, very close second as they close right up on Wilfred and move down that back straight. Wilfred Detz and Danny Detz from Holland going well in the lead at the moment. But Sean Harvey wants some of that as he gets very, very close once again. Number 8, Scott Dunn and Adam Jong going better this time. They're watching what's going on in front of them. They're sitting in that 3rd place, but all eyes, I'm sure, on that lead as Sean Harvey again tries to get it from the Dutchman, Wilfred Detz. And Sean's elected to go around the outside this time. It's a long, long way round. He's going to have to be quick, but indeed he's done it. Number 72, Sean Harvey and Danny Hogg get themselves in front of number 9, Wilfred Detz and Danny Detz. Oh, they do look as if they're going to hang on to that 2nd place. But this is a good ride once again from Sean Harvey. He'll see the checker flag this time as he comes towards us. He looks over his shoulder, he knows he's done enough. Sean Harvey takes it. Wilfred Detz gets 2nd place. So let's quickly give you the result of race 10. It was a win for number 72, Sean Harvey and Danny Hogg. In 2nd place, number 9, that's Wilfred Detz. In 3rd place, number 8, Scott Dunn. In 4th place, number 4, Barry Bennett. And 5th place finisher there, number 1, Henrik Tyson. 137.51, 137.51, 52.05 as we quickly move over to the 2nd leg rides for the 500 solo.
Thank you very much, Jim. On the line then for race number 11, the start of the 2nd leg of the solos. Matthias Kroger, of course, the replacement in this race. Number 11, that's in 2nd place, and this speed break, and it's got the early line. Just a real quick run from Taylor, then comes on the 14, J.Cook left the line, it's got very good start. The Matthias Kroger making a move through on the inside line there, but going down the back straight for the first time. Really one wheel taking a big ample around the outside of that back straight, and easily they're going into the pits corner for the first time. Kroger gets back to 3rd place, a real sorter there. Mitch Godden found himself 1 for last, but trying to work his way to field now as they come to complete. Number 22, Rene but Richard Smith holding that 2nd place. Kroger's got the 3rd, that's the top 3. Mitch Godden now up into that 5th place position, and almost closing there between 2nd and 3rd. They went down the back straight once again. That's an outbound wheel to pull away the front. It's Kroger still pushing hard in that 3rd place position. Richard Smith hanging on to the 2nd place position. Weele in 2nd, Kroger is in 3rd, Glen Phillips in 4th place. Glen Phillips, of course, impressive with the first number back in 4th place at the moment, looking trying to improve on that 4th place as it's Weele leads going down that back straight once again then. It's still Kroger again trying to find a way through on the inside, but Richard Smith grimly hanging on to that 2nd place, which they move on to lap 4. This time Weele leads in 5th and 2nd. It's Kroger in 3rd, Phillips in 4th, Godden in 5th. Braidford back in 6th place, they're punching it for 2nd, 3rd and 4th place. Richard Smith has now lost that 2nd place. He's trying to get back round the exit. Kroger right between these two. As Weele's got it sewn up in the front, they're moving to the pits corner for the final time. It's Rene Weele that comes to the pick-up being winning ride. Matthias Kroger gets to 2nd place, Richard Smith 3rd. Then Phillips in 4th, Mitch Godden 5, Steve Braidford in 6th place. Followed by engine number 2, Manfred Knapp, and finally number 14, Colvin, who completely missed the start of race number 11. Spectacular high-speed action there again in race number 11. Result of race number 11 then, a win for number 22, Rene van Weele. 2nd, number 20, Matthias Kroger, and 3rd, number 23, Richard Smith. 17, 9, 2 and 5, 2 and 14. 1 minute 26.92, 1 minute 26.92 average speed, 58.39 miles per hour. 58.39 miles per hour. We should have Bradley Kind Eddie, of course, for the absent Jason Hanley, but it looks as if we haven't got Bradley out at the moment. And reserve number 7, Gareth Hickmott comes in. Gareth Hickmott in place of Bradley Kite in race number 12. Joonas Kylmakorpi, impressive winner first, and he's also in this race. Kylmakorpi makes a good start. Richard Hall, the activator, and tremendous one as Kylmakorpi doesn't lead into that top corner. In fact, it's Andrew Appleton into the top corner for the first time, and going down that back straight looks like Martin Sturgeon gone through the second place. So Richard Hall in third. Tim Nose back in about 7th place. They go in that pits corner for the first time. It's Andrew Appleton already building a big lead. They're coming completely out of that. Appleton leads it. Sturgeon gone for the second. Hall is in third. Kylmakorpi in 4. Hickmott in 5. Nobes in 6. Paul Cooper surprisingly back in the last place. They go to the back straight once again. It's the reigning Masters champion holding up a big lead at the front from Sturgeon in second. Hall again trying to close that gap in third. Kylmakorpi surprisingly back in 4th place. They come a complete 2. And Andrew Appleton using everything in the track. He's increasing the result. Richard Hall gets through. On the inside, Martin Sturgeon goes to the second place. Sturgeon trying to get back round the outside. Kylmakorpi closing the gap in 4th place. Nothing much between second, third and 4th, and all that scrap's going on. It's an Owen Andrew Appleton to pull well clear the front. It's still Hall in second with Sturgeon in third. Kylmakorpi's in 4. Hickmott is in 5. Nobes in 6. Cooper in 7. That's the 7. As Appleton leads them on the 4. He's a big lead over Richard Hall. He's pulling away. But that's a tremendous scrap for second and third. Sturgeon's gone wide. Kylmakorpi trying to get through on the inside. Sturgeon just that quicker line round the outside. There's a bite between the scrap for third and 4th place. Andrew Appleton's got it completely sewn up at the front. Impressive winning ride for the Masters champion. Andrew Appleton wins it. Richard Hall picks up a good second place. Tied for third and 4th. I think it's just Kylmakorpi and Sturgeon in 4th. And tied again with Hickmott in nose with Paul Cooper in last place. Super action again for the minor places in race number 12. Race number 12, the win there for number 3, Andrew Appleton. Second, number 30, Richard Hall. And third, number 10, just on the line, Joonas Kylmakorpi. 15, 7, 8, and number 11. Winning time, 1 minute 24.79. The average speed, quickest so far, 59.86 miles per hour. 59.86. Jamie Rogers, a non-starter, is place taken by Lewis Denham, rider number 19 in race number 13. Looks already then for action for race number 13. Lewis Denham, replacement for Jamie Rogers. As he waits for Colvin, telling him to come into on in that number 5 grid. Elliot Jong, impressive, opening wide then. Stephan Tresarrieu lips in the start. Colvin Tatum holds about 4 from the Peppe Rudolph. He's going to the back straight the first time. Tatum trying to squeeze through on the inside. 3 abreast coming out back straight. On the opening lap is Peppe Rudolph. Someone's got bite from the holding the second place position as Peppe Rudolph leads into that pits corner. Colvin Tatum goes right, cuts back to the inside to try and take that leading position. Rudolph leads it. Tatum in second position. John has got the third place. Vince Kinchin in 4. 18-7 Tresarrieu in 5. That's a top 5 and Tatum on the shoulder of Peppe Rudolph. And Tatum goes round the outside. Peppe Rudolph to lead going down the back straight for the second time. It's Tatum who leads it, and Rudolph in second place. That's a leading 2. Good scrap going on for 4th and 5th place. You know they come a complete lap 2. Tatum takes a quick look behind him. He is the race. He's got a strong to the second place. Rudolph drops back to third and slowing up on the exit to that top corner. And Vince Kinchin's found a way through the go through into that third place. But he in turn is under pressure and Tresarrieu for that third place position. As Tatum is a proverbial mile away, the front he races into that pits corner once again. Tatum taking the mid-track position, leads him on to lap 4 then. It's still the Jong in second place. Kinchin in third. Tresarrieu is in third. Stephan Katt is in 5. Lewis Denham is the next driver across the line. Peppe Rudolph has dropped right back to to the back of the field as Colvin Tatum storms in the back straight once again. Tremendous scrap for third and fourth, and Tresarrieu's got the means of Kinchin to get that fourth place position as Colvin Tatum picks up the winning ride in race number 13. Colvin Tatum gets the winning ride, then Jong gets the second, Tresarrieu is in third, Kinchin is in fourth, Katt is in 5, Denham in 6, and Peppe Rudolph, the one-time race leader, comes across the line in 7th place. Impressive action there in race number 13, proving he can still beat the best. It's a win for number 1, Colvin Tatum. Second, number 12, Jannick de Jong. And third, number 18, Stephane Tresarrieu. 96, 16, 19, and number 4. Winning time 1 minute 26.94, 1 minute 26.94, an average speed of 58.74. 58.74. I'll go to race 14, back over to Jim for the 1,000 chairs.
Well, thanks, Colin. I just wonder how fast they can actually go. Amazing racing there from the 500 International Solos. As we now, as you say, turn our attention to the sidecars. Remind you that we had wins in the first leg for number 5, Matt from Roller and Andy Wilson, 24, Rob Wilson and Nicky Owen, and 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Terry Saunders. Well, interestingly enough, we get both or 2 of the winners out in this first ride for the second time this afternoon. Number 14 is the race that we're on, and as we look to that inside gate, we've got Matt from Roller on gate 2. Rob Bradley is right on the inside on gate 1. Rob Wilson next to Matt from Roller. They're joined by Steve Smith, Colin Blackburn and Peter Lloyd right on the outside. It does look as if the outfits on the outside of the gate have made the better starts, and Colin Blackburn has made the best of it as they go into that first turn. Steve Smith has got second. Rob Wilson has worked his way through into third place now, but it is Colin Blackburn that's got away. Steve Smith in second, Rob Wilson in third as they line up at the moment. Peter Lloyd is in fourth, and you can see that Rob Wilson has already got through into that second place. Oh, Matt from Roller that had a win first time out is back in 5th place. He's got work to do, but Rob Wilson up in second. You can see there's quite a gap for Rob Wilson to try and close down. Steve Smith is trying to stay with Rob Wilson in that third spot at the moment. It all closes up, and Duncan Tolhurst is desperately looking for a way through. Right, no, I was meaning Matt from Roller then, but well, you know, I'll bring Duncan into it as well. But as we look across the far side, my eyes are really taken by that challenge for 4th place. Matt from Roller looking to find a way through, completely locks it up going into that bottom turn. But if I turn my attention to the front of the race, you can see that Rob Wilson's not been able to close that gap on Colin Blackburn. He really is going well as he goes down the back straight for the last time in this heat. Looks like he's going to get a race win. He had a second first time out, so he's piling the points on. It will be the checkered flag for him this time as he comes round. Colin Blackburn and Paul Whiteman Jr. is to take the win. Rob Wilson has to be content with a second. Steve Smith in third. Peter Lloyd in fourth and Matt from Roller in 5th. Steve Smith and Carl Pugh. In 4th place, number 4, Peter Lloyd and Terry Madley. In 5th place, number 5, Matt from Roller and Andy Wilson. And 6th place there, number 87. The winning time, 1:34.90, 1:34.90, 53.48 they averaged, 53.48.